So we're back from our journey, and we thought that you might be interested to see what we packed for a 5-day backpacking trip, and just sort of talk quickly about what we liked about what we brought and maybe what we didn't like about some of the things that we brought. So maybe if I start with this is my bag. I bought this bag from Universal Field Supplies, and it's actually like a custom prospector's heavy duty bag. It is not really designed for expedition backpacking. So it's pretty heavy. It's all like super thick Cordura nylon. You could probably carry rocks with this and they wouldn't break out or fall through. It's double stitched everywhere. I was very confident that nothing was going to bust at a seam. On the downside, I found that the belt buckle was always loosening, and the chest buckle kept actually unstrapping itself and loosening, so it didn't stay put very well. But it otherwise performed. Your bag?
I like it, especially day 3 and 4 after we did some adjustments. But I found it ever really short back, and so someone else might get this back.
Yeah, all legs, no back.
But it's very easy to use. It's got 3 compartments, and I love it.
Yeah, and you bought this one because it was really highly
rated
on reviews,
and it was on sale.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so it was good.
So I brought 2 water bottles. My initial bag weight was 36 pounds, and I finished the trip it was 31. So this was full, I think, when I started, so probably if this was full I would have finished with 32 pounds in my bag.
And I think we didn't weigh my bag with my water.
I don't think so.
So it was 35 pounds when we started and 32 when it came out.
Yeah.
Plus carrying the water the whole time, and I took one of these really heavy, but I also have no regrets about it because it kept the water nice and cold. It's got a big mouth. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good for mixing like powdered drinks and things, right?
Yeah.
So
Which is something else I brought.
I had my camera and my Pelican case, which together, obviously the camera is on us right now, so it's not in the case. That's a 5-pound package right there. Your camera?
My camera. Smaller. A lovely birthday present. My Sony 6000. Also in a same type of case.
Waterproof?
Yep.
Shockproof. I had a bag of toiletries, which included some waterproof tape, some antihistamine, some nasal spray that I use, an epinephrine kit, toothbrush, my multi-tool was in here, and I also had my headlamp, and it discharged in my backpack while we were hiking in the day, and even though they're really handy, we didn't use flashlights much.
No.
I would leave this behind next time. I have a little push button one that charges off of a USB, and I would bring that next time, especially because I already had a power bank that I brought, so I brought this 10,000 milliamp power bank and a spare camera battery, and I could have just recharged my flashlight off of that.
My fancy same toiletry bag with a lot of first aid things. Well, a fair bit.
Oh, I had sunscreen. We never used it
No,
once.
we never used it.
But it also is almost empty, so...
We could not have exposed any skin.
Yeah.
There were way too many bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, some washcloths, toilet paper, Advil. Oh, foot soap. Which was great to take, but next time I think, I would take 1, right?
Yeah.
Because it can be used in a very large amount of water. These Gable foot salts are really amazing, and we used them the last time on the first part of the hike that we did.
Yeah,
and
they were really nice.
Yeah, it really feels great.
I brought good tweezers. I didn't use them, but I would always bring them.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought nail clippers, and I didn't use them, but I would always bring them.
I brought nail clippers, band-aids, scalpel sutures.
Oh yeah,
A few things.
all works. Oh,
and my instant ice wrap bandage, because last time I had some bad luck with my joints, which I didn't this time, but I thought it would be good to have it along just in case, and like probably I would take it next time also.
I packed a Catadine bag filter, which you've seen in many videos. I absolutely love it. The hose cracked, and this was in our video that it cracked and that was causing some problems. We tried to patch it with some waterproof tape, but that didn't really seem to solve the whole problem. So at the end we're having a hard time filtering water. But I'm going to get replacement parts for this, and I would use this again. Absolutely.
We should have had some video of using it as a straw.
Oh yeah, when it wasn't just gravity feeding, we were just drinking straight from the hose because it worked
Blocking
okay
the
that
holes.
way.
There were little
Yeah.
holes in it, so you could kind of...
It was like playing the flute. Plugging all the holes and just
Yeah,
drinking.
it was exactly. Luxury item. The cribbage board, which I thought would be super fun if we had some time to sit
Yeah.
around the campfire.
Wouldn't have been.
But A, there was no time to sit around, and B, I forgot the playing cards. So.
Fail.
And the tub, the little full collapsible tub for the foot soap, that was there too.
I had my phone.
I had my phone, which I don't have right here, and a flashlight and a little power bank in here. Again, we didn't really use, a couple of
A
times
lot
we
of
used the
lights.
flashlight.
No. I had a tarp in case it rained. We
Twin.
could hike with a tarp around us or set it up for a rain shelter. So we both are using the same
Yep.
survive outdoors longer tarps. I brought a really snazzy bandana.
I've never seen this one. It's great.
I know, which I did not wear.
I might steal this one.
And I really like this. You've probably seen this in some videos. It's just an adapter so that you can turn these little square shaped lighters into basically a blue flame torch. I used it every day.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, maybe I let Delphine light a couple fires with her matches.
And I left it outside. We ordered a double silk liner for the sleeping bag, and it didn't arrive in time, and so I got a single stretch one, which we slept in together one night, but it was a little,
It was too claustrophobic.
yeah,
Like you couldn't move around as much as you wanted to.
but it was really, really great, and Jared's going away again, and he can take this with him.
Yeah, I'll use it on my next journey. I had my phone in this little waterproof case, and I had spare batteries, and I used the spare batteries in a GPS. This one happens to be a Garmin 62S.
This is my clothing bag. So I wore this little dress because we were so super hot the last time that I ended up being just in a sarong, like a scarf. But there were way too many bugs. So I threw on my extra pants, socks, and my knee braces, and all I had in here was a nightie and spare underpants. So, spare socks.
We brought one down sleeping bag that's very, very light, and we just used it as an over blanket, and that was good. We were not cold on this
Yeah,
trip.
that's nice. And I just bought one of these little Nemo pillows, and I was really happy with that. And Jared has one too that I got for him, and these both fit side by side in that stretchy cover really quite nicely. So it was pretty awesome.
These are super comfy, and they weigh almost nothing, and they
puff
pack up pretty
really
small.
Yeah, and they've got a nice loft.
Yeah.
They're good. And one of my favorite things, oh, you're going first.
Oh, go ahead.
This is our sleeping pad. It's the X-Ped Hyperlight Duo, and it's great because we each have our own air. Like it's
Yeah, it blows up in
separated.
2 halves.
Yeah, and it's super comfortable. It's
got
only
about 3 inches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we had to sleep. You'll see in the other videos, right? We
Yeah.
had to sleep in some crazy places, and It was good.
It was
Like, you don't
comfy.
feel it.
You don't feel the roots or rocks if they're there so much.
It's really good.
This is my clothes bag, so I had my pillow in there. I had my underwear, a pair to wear and a pair for spare. I brought some cotton pajamas that I wore around camp at the end of the day and to sleep in. I had a pair of socks to wear and a pair for spare, wool socks. One of these little pack-up towels.
And a twin.
Yeah, Delphine had one also. I had my raincoat the whole time.
Oh.
And I could have worn it on some of the times I was chilly, but I never really thought to put it on. And also, it never rained.
Just today, a little. A few drops on the way out. That's good.
And this is just like a grocery bag that I got from my friend Anderson, but it packs up small and then it unfolds and you can carry stuff around in it.
That's really great. Oh, and this is the schnozzle pump bag for the sleeping pad.
Yeah. If you want to... Oh, that's not in the video in action, but it's basically like a bellows that you use to pump up the
Yeah, so
mattress.
you fill it just twice for each side.
Yeah, it works really well. This is just my cutlery in a bag to keep it clean. I brought my titanium spork. This is my camp plate that I found on a camping trip. And this is a butter knife that I found on a camping trip. I didn't use this on this trip, but I just like to bring it because I found it on a camping trip.
Yeah,
It is
good karma.
made by Sheffield in England. It's stainless steel blade and an aluminum handle, and it's actually very light.
Should I grab it?
Just talk about it. People would have seen it in the video over and over
Over
and
and
over.
over
We
again,
wore our
So,
bug meshes non-stop.
yeah, my bug jacket, which was just a cheapie from Canadian Tire, but was pretty useful. But then the best part, I had also bought a bug hood by the original Bug Shirt Company, and I could not believe the difference in how well I could see. I found it really difficult walking with this one on over the terrain, and as soon as I put this one on, then it seemed a lot more.
Better vision, eh?
Yeah, I had better navigation over all that. So yeah, those are really great.
I brought one of these tripods, and I used it a few times, and it worked out really well. Because I hate just trying to balance my camera on a rock or something, but I didn't want to carry my full tripod on this trip. I have a bag of rope, and with my bag of rope, I have a very sooty,
Very sooty.
fire glove that I use all the time for hot pots and hot rocks and sticks. I found this on a different camping trip. Somebody had left it behind and it seemed still good. It didn't smell moldy or anything, so I use it all the time now.
And it's great, except it's the right hand.
Yeah, it's a right hand only. Yeah, no lefties.
So I have to use it upside down. This was a good thing that came along. I've got most of my tape off. My feet are still taped. I had a difficult journey the first half that we did 2 years ago, and so to try and prevent that, I brought some of this KT tape and just strapped it along, and I would definitely take it every time we go anywhere. I also was able to use it on a couple of blisters that started, and it kept me safe. And also, it came in useful for you.
Yeah, I used it, and I would say that's like one of the best things we packed was that tape that you brought.
Yeah.
I used it on my foot and on my knee, and it was like an instant relief.
Yeah. It just rested your knee. You only used it one day.
One day, yeah. In a Ziploc bag, I brought these 2 books. So one is the Discovering Wild Temiskaming, a guide to all of their hikes, and this is an update to cover some of the newer trails. Yeah, the distances were not accurate, but most of the descriptions of campsites and forest types were accurate, and so it was interesting to read for that. But one of our take-home messages is that you cannot trust the distances listed in the book, nor the distances posted on the actual signs along the trail. They were not accurate. I'm down to my food bag.
Yeah, and I have so many other things in here.
Well, I'm just going to whip through the
go
food
ahead.
and then... so I brought a bag for food, and I started off... Oh,
no.
I I just tipped it upside down.
The
This
garbage
was an MRE, then it was my garbage bag, and now it's a garbage bag all over my lap. So we packed what are these ones called?
The Mountain House.
Mountain House
And then
meal and a
backpackers.
backpacker's pantry meal we had. And then this is the first time that I'd ever eaten MREs. These are U.S. military issue. It's like Christmas, like you never know what you're gonna get. You know what the entree is, but then there's so many surprises when you open them. And the best surprise of all was Delphine ate one the one night, and it had sour Skittles,
Yeah.
and they were so awesome.
And we didn't have them till the next day. We
Yeah.
started off walking, and it was a great motivator. I think.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I packed oatmeal, 2 packages for every breakfast, and I have 4 left over. And we had made some dehydrated meals the last time we did this hike, and so I still have a full chili, which is an enormous meal. We didn't eat it this time around, so I carried that's a pound,
Yeah.
I think. And I have 1 MRE left, beef taco. It's actually the heaviest one of the bunch, I think. There's a pound there probably,
Yep. Feels like it.
or more. And we had a bag of rice just for in case, and we didn't eat that either.
Okay.
Yep.
So I had this little foldable backpack that I carried on the front when we first set out. It had a hat and a couple of snacks, like fresh snacks that we took that I didn't want to leave at home that were going to go off. So we had some apples and cucumbers and orange. I have a little lightweight camp light, but I also bought this little string of lights, which I thought was awesome because it's really lightweight, little battery LED.
Too far away to see, but they're all little
They're
pineapples
little
on a
pineapples.
string.
It was super cute. Like, I just love it. Again, we've turned it on once, I think.
Yeah.
So that was in there. My little kit for all of my stuff for starting fires. Waterproof matches, regular matches, lighter.
Fire steel.
There's
Everything's in there. It's the best fire starting kit you've seen. They don't even sell them that nice.
So that's one of my favorite things.
Toilet paper.
A bag of sage,
Yeah.
which it was nice. It was National Indigenous Day when we were out, and so it was good just to celebrate that. And also, it's supposed to be good to keep the mosquitoes away.
It had electrolyte mix for mixing with the
Yeah,
water
that was good.
to help to make it a little more drinkable and encourage you to keep hydrated.
In my food, some of which we don't have, we took 3, well, you'll see it all on the other one, right? Like tins of mackerel, some gnocchi, what else was it? The one backpacker breakfast.
Yeah, that's here.
Oh, that is one of the garbage
Yeah,
ones, right? Okay.
the breakfast skillet.
And then I also brought a couple of oatmeals and have them coming back. We took some leek for spicing, coffee, the soup mixes which we showed, and then I brought some packages of a mix of protein powder and microgreens because I am not a big breakfast person but knew we'd be drinking a lot, and so I brought that to help. And we had them 3 days for lunch,
Yeah.
which I think really helped.
They're good. I ate these. I've had these packed away for a long time. They're Elevate Me fruit and nut energy bars. I saw them on sale at a grocery store for like dirt cheap. I bought a whole box of them, and then I'm sure they're expired. Best before 2016, actually, April 2016. But I ate a bunch of these on that trip, and I still have more to eat on other trips. Brought a compass. Didn't use it, but I would always bring one.
Pots. Okay, so this is the little Snow Peak coffee press. We used it every day,
Yeah.
and I love it.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
was
super
great.
lightweight. It's the titanium one, and the same with the. Wait, there's something else in here, isn't there? Oh, just one little silver bowl that is added in with the 2 pots and 2 pans. That's the large double set. Again, the titanium one because it's light. And then I didn't really need to bring this one. I brought a kettle. Oh, we did
No,
use
we
it.
used it a couple of times just to heat. When we were trying to heat up lots of water, we had a couple pots on the go.
And it just has the little
Nesting cups.
nesting cups, which I can't get apart right now, and another little bowl. And there was butter also in there, because we always need it.
I also brought a Spot Gen 3 emergency beacon for just in case, because there are lots of spots where there's no cell access, and you might not see somebody for a really long time on that trail, and so it seemed like a good idea to have that emergency beacon with us as well. That's the first time I brought one of these on a trip, but I'll probably make a habit of doing so.
The Big Agnes tent.
Yep.
It's great. I love this thing. We take it everywhere all the time. It's
Under 3 pounds.
yeah, it's by far one of my favorite things. And then in its little homemade case, I got kind of damp in there. My little Bush Box XL.
Folding cook stove.
Yeah,
And you'll see it we use it all the time in the videos, so.
yeah, and we use this all throughout the year, like
Yeah.
so often. I love it so much. Are you finished?
Well, yeah, I had my blue checker shirt that you see me wear all the time, and I had this merino hoodie as wearing at camp in the evenings. I wore my hat all the time, my bug net, my sunglasses, which were never on my eyeballs, but always just on my head because it never was that sunny where we were. I wore the pants that you saw me wear in the video, which are not the same as the pants I'm wearing now, and I did not bring spare pants except for my pajama pants to kind of just loaf around in.
Some cedar oil, face cream, a little foraging bag, which we got to use
Yeah, for some
for
mushrooms.
some oyster mushrooms that we found
I think there's
twice or 3 times. Twice, for sure.
Twice, yeah.
My titanium spoon and spork, which are great because they get down in those high pots. Oh, these are the matches that were in the.
Oh, and the MRE kits. Yeah.
That's sort of left over from your stuff. There's my knife falling out.
Oh, yeah.
My heli knife.
Careful.
My little pocket boy saw, silky saw, which we used a lot.
Yeah.
And my favorite, my Leatherman Wave multi-tool. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh no, and these,
Oh,
which were a last minute. They weren't the ones I wanted, but I'm very happy with them because they were less
yeah.
than $30.
Yeah.
I got them at Canadian Tire. They're not that heavy, a pound and 3 ounces, pound and 4 ounces, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They're
have a
not
little-
much heavier than what you would buy for $200 for super ultra lightweight graphite. These are only a couple ounces more.
Yeah.
And they have shock absorbing, so they compress a bit as you walk. These handles are pretty comfy. Like, they're not torque, or
No, I had absolutely, I love
No
them.
blisters?
No, they were great.
and you use them like every hour of every day.
Of all those
Yeah.
hours, of all those days.
Yeah.
That was really great.
Cool. And you have bug spray. Did you check
Oh,
your side
oh, my
pockets?
side pockets.
Because that was the other
Oh yeah, this,
star item of the trip was the permethrin. How do you say it?
I'm not sure because it's got its own brand. But these are the bug bites we have. Like, you'd probably have to really maybe zoom in on them right now, but we're all the wrong color. We have bruises from so many bites all in one spot.
Yeah.
They're up our legs and everywhere.
If you ever wondered how many mosquito bites you can get and still have a normal day, it's it's in the thousands. Like, literally, we have thousands of mosquito bites, and we're okay. We're itchy,
But we're okay.
but it doesn't kill you.
And I brought some chocolate covered almonds,
Oh, yeah.
which we finished up. Some chocolate covered cranberries, which I have a few of. And my friend Jason that drove us up to our starting point gave me some
Chocolate covered
chocolate-covered
beans.
coffee beans, which we also did not finish.
We got dropped off by one Jason and picked up by another.
Yeah, Jay's for the win.
Yeah, Jay's for the win.
And I think that's it now. Yeah, that's the empty. almond bag.
Cool.
Ta-da! So
Yeah,
what,
it
we would
looks-
take it all? No, we would take different food next time,
Yeah, lighter food
but everything
and a
else
little
is...
bit less food maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to end the trip with a little bit of extra food, obviously, because if we got stuck out there for an extra day, we wouldn't want to be hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else I would have
my
pretty
scarf.
much have taken, except for the things that I said I wouldn't earlier in this review of gear. So I hope that was helpful. There's a mushroom that just fell out of Delphine's pocket. Probably there's flowers and things stuck in there too. That fancy feather. Piece of driftwood. Did you already take that out?
Yes.
Driftwood souvenir.
I think it might just be here on
Yeah.
the sides, but yeah.
Yeah, there it all is. So if you have any questions about our stuff or advice about things that we might find helpful the next time we do a big trip, then please comment below. We love the comments. And you can check out pictures from this trip and other adventures on Delphine's Instagram also. It's at Delphine Collier, and I'll link that in the description for the video.
Perfect.
Good. There's a couple of knee
Very good trip,
braces.
eh?
Did you talk about those?
The what, babe? Oh
Knee-
yeah, I mentioned them quickly, yeah.
Oh yeah.